Hey folks, this video addresses the issue of visual noise pollution and a one-man, one-at-a-time revolution to improve our environment. Join me if you feel inspired by the end. I recently called in at my local pet food shop for some dog food. Whilst there, I got chatting with the owner about their business and how they'd got started. Long story short, we ended up chatting about racing pigeons and how people were A, not aware that they sold more than dog and cat food. They also cater for horses, fish, racing pigeons, etc. But also B, they were a little concerned that not many young people were interested or even aware that racing pigeons was a thing. I offered to make them a sign and they agreed. I started to think about what might be appropriate and imagined a hand-painted sign, like the sort of thing that might be seen on any shop back in the late 1800s or early 1900s. I've always been struck at how much nicer and more human-seeming old-fashioned painted signs are in old photographs, and old movie posters especially. It would be great if the modern visual clutter of PVC printed, computerised irritation could be replaced with hand-painted signs that lasted longer and contributed more aesthetically to people's daily experience. I decided to start a revolution and fight back one sign at a time. Think Terminator, but in reverse, only with a paint pot and definitely without a muscle-bound hero. I remembered trips with my mum and older sister when I was 4-ish. On Facebook, a photo popped up in the mysterious way that synchronicity works. It showed, possibly, me and my sister with my mum at the bottom of Hibbert Lane, Marple, before starting the mile or so walk from the shops to home. Usually our final shop of the trip would be the greengrocers. Almost always there'd be a really long queue. However, Ruth and I never minded standing there for ages. A, there were all the mirrored bins of colourful veg and fruits to look at. And B, the owner made exotic paintings featuring animals and birds with fruit and trees and moving parts. I don't remember exactly what they all were, but I'm pretty sure one was a bowing toucan. They were hung above the bins and were very colourful and eye-catching. I love that they spent their time doing things that made the experience better for everyone. Inspired by my childhood memory, I thought a hand-painted sign might just do the trick, so I set about doodling a design for the sign, sourced an old image of a pigeon and set about assembling the image in Canva along with some appropriate text. I sent the image to GW Feeds who approved it and set about transferring the design to paper to make a template. I had an old piece of plywood, transferred the image and painted the whole sheet in 2 coats of milk paint. I pricked through the main design elements and painted the remaining elements in acrylic. I finished the whole thing off with 2 coats of Osmo to make sure it was suitable for being outside. I really enjoyed doing it, especially revisiting my memories of shopping in Marple with my sister and mum as a little kid. If you know of a local business or sign that could do with a little love, then let me know in the comments. I'd love to go to round 2 in the rise of the hand-painted signs fight back. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, then like and subscribe. You'd really be helping my fledgling channel out. Thank you. I also have a more detailed how-to video on making a hand-painted sign for you to join the revolution if you're so inspired. Thanks very much.